I'm Rosalyn Sphinx. I'm 22 years old. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I started modeling March of 2018. What attracted me most to adult was my financial situation, actually, and I've been a pretty sexually open person, so I thought taking the opportunity to do something that I was comfortable with was a big win for me, honestly, especially at a young age. There's not too much to dislike. It just really depends on the situation, person, and place. There could be pros and cons, so I guess it just really depends on what situation you put yourself in. The first time I was naked in front of the camera, I was actually pretty content with it. It went much more smoother than I thought it was gonna be. I wasn't uncomfortable, I wasn't as nervous as I thought. I was nervous beforehand, but actually, like, doing the film, I was completely fine. I have a few friends in the industry. I'm very picky just because I have had bad experiences with fellow performers, but the friends that have stuck with me and have been very open-minded and I'd say chill, you know, those are the ones that I have kept close. Sex for me in movies is honestly not the same always, just because I definitely need a connection with someone, and it's very hard to find that sometimes on sets because some people just aren't as genuine to have a connection with you, but it's definitely different in my opinion. I'd say that it does make me pretty tired sometimes, especially if I am working a lot, so it can minimize how much I am having sex in my personal life, but it doesn't change like the quality of the sex in my opinion. Not necessarily, like I do like my vanilla time at home, so it's not like I need to go all out every single time I have sex, but yeah, I mean, I'm content with what I got going on. So I guess it's more of like depending on the person. I've had people that, you know, they don't necessarily agree with it, but they still care about me as a person, and then I do have people that treat me exactly just who I was before I did porn, so I haven't really had any like complications with people thinking too different about me. Not necessarily. I will say I've had times where I've gotten swollen from girthiness, so that has affected me, but I haven't been like affected to the extreme by doing porn. My relationship with social media is pretty content. Some days I kind of don't go on social media. My Instagram is not my most go-to platform, but Twitter definitely. I like to interact with my fans. It's very difficult because sometimes, you know, you want to let it get to you, but at the same time you don't. So I try to block it out. I mean, just block whoever says anything negative at that point, because at the end of the day it doesn't determine me, so. Not necessarily, just because I obviously watched porn before doing porn, but I didn't really know who too many people were. I didn't really have someone I idolized, but definitely a lot of gorgeous women that came before me when I started. I first saw porn very early age, probably before the age of 10 actually, and I saw it through a recent browser history. I'll leave that part disclosed, but I did see it on a computer from someone's history. So it was a while afterwards. I mean, the first time I actually had sex, I was 14, so definitely over 5 years from the first time I saw porn. I would be more confident with myself when it comes to interactions with like agencies just because my first go around didn't go as well. Feeling more controlled. It was a controlled situation, and I wish I could have stood up for myself more. But whenever I did, it kind of made me look negative. So I wish I could have just felt confident with doing that and not feeling bad about it. I would say be yourself. If it's not meant for you and your personality, like, you don't have to go all out for people just to be able to succeed. But if you can't be yourself, like, you're not going to get far, because you don't want to feel like you're somebody that you're not, and it's going to end up draining your energy, honestly, in this industry. I like multiple different types of music. There's nothing that I really specifically like. It's very wide range. It could be 80s, 90s, hip-hop, rap, and R&B, dubstep, oldies, love songs, like screamo, metal. I like a whole bunch of different stuff, yes. My favorite hobbies would have to be like art, scenic drives, because it's very relaxing, and smoking marijuana.
What's your medium?
Just mainly pencil and paper. I definitely like to draw like manga type art, and portraits as well as nature. Where do I see myself in 10 years? Hopefully just being a business owner, not having to work for anybody, and as much as I love sex work, I'm really hoping to be more behind the camera instead of in front of the camera.